Welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies. Today we're gonna be playing more zombies, of course. Obviously, that's what the fuck we're doing. I gotta do the Arcade 9 today, finishing on my second SMG, so we can try to get this grind done faster. I've been trying to play more and more. I just haven't had the time, or I've had the time. I haven't had the urge to play. But today's gonna be different. You know, I'm ready to get back into it, start playing again, get more done. I want to have this done within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe at the most, because I'm getting sick and tired of playing zombies over and over and over again. So I gotta hurry up and get this done. I have to grind this. Actually, I was told to not play survival, so I'm not gonna play survival today. I'm gonna play, which one did he say to play? Some guy told me to, one of y'all told me to play something else. Was it Exit 115? No, what the hell was it? Was it Ashes of the Damned? I'm gonna go look what he said. He said Exit 115. I don't know if I'm gonna do Exit 115. I think I'm gonna go back to Mars, honestly. We'll do Exit 115. Fuck it. But yeah, before we get into this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps the channel immensely, and I'd really appreciate it. Mike Evans just signed to the San Francisco 49ers. That is interesting. That is gonna be an interesting division next year. But the reigning Super Bowl champions, Seattle Seahawks, the Rams, after signing 3 new cornerbacks, and then the 49ers with Mike Evans. That is a hell of a division. That is a hell of a division right there. In other news, the Panthers signed a linebacker from the Eagles. It was Jalen Phillips, I think his name is. He is going to help the Panthers immensely with pass rush, even though he's a little injury prone and we paid him a bunch of money, an excessive amount of money. So if he gets injured, we're wasting the fuck out of our money. But if he stays healthy, that is a good pickup. That is actually a fantastic pickup, because we were struggling immensely with the pass rush side of things. That's where our difficulties came from, was pass rush. We were just not getting pressure on the quarterback at all, giving him free reign to just cook our cornerback. Our cornerbacks are good. They played great, but there's only so long where you can lock down an NFL wide receiver without them getting open. Like, you can't just expect the wide receiver to hold him down for 10 plus seconds every time. Like, it was insane how much time we were giving quarterbacks in the pocket every single game. It wasn't like it was every single game. It was just non-stop, just no pressure being created at all by anyone. I don't know if that is the defensive scheme ran by Evero. I don't know if that was just a talent on the team, which was a little bit lacking from the pass rushing standpoint of things. Like, we didn't have a great edge rushers. You know, they played great towards the end and they had like flashes of good moments, but they weren't consistently good, and it was just a poor year for pass rush. Our cornerbacks played amazing. Linebackers were kind of piss poor. We didn't have great linebackers. So this edition is going to be immense for the Panthers. It's going to be great, and it should help win significantly more games, honestly, because having a pass rush really can change your entire team's like identity almost. Like, it can just change a whole lot. We can help Bryce Young in moments where he doesn't have to feel like he's panicking and has to score every play or score every time because the defense keeps letting up points and letting the other quarterback go crazy. It like helps significantly, and it helps closer games. It gives us the advantage in closer games if we get pass rush, because in close games, if you're not getting pass rush, typically you're not going to win the game, because you're just letting the quarterback throw for 200, 300, fucking 400 yards, frying your defense the entire game. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. It should be significantly better. We should honestly win I think we're winning the division again with a winning record this time. I know 8-9, blah blah blah, but we shouldn't have been 8-9 to begin with. The Bucks game was crazy with referees. That was absolutely insane. Other games that we just shouldn't have lost because of decisions made by Dave Canales or mistakes made by JC Horn or Chuba Hubbard or Bryce Young. He's made mistakes too. It's just, we got to tidy up on the mistakes. I think Dave Canales isn't calling plays next year, so it should actually be better play calling wise, and he has an assistant to help him pace the game better, understand when he needs to what he needs to call when and all this. So we should be immensely better next year. If not, I will be very disappointed, because we can make a run. Honestly, we almost beat the Rams, and we should have beat the Rams. I don't know what the prevent defense was working on for the last minute or two of the game. It was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell he had going on, but we should have won against the Rams. It wasn't like a blowout, or it wasn't like mismatched completely. We were pretty evenly matched with the Rams across the board. Their corners are weak. Our wide receivers are better than theirs, so we got them there. Our defense was playing decent against them. I mean, we weren't playing horrible. Obviously, they have a better offense than us. They have a better quarterback. I'd give him running back just because Chuba didn't play well this year, and Rico's really only had like 4 or 5 good games. But it wasn't like they completely, on paper, it looked like they should have missed matches completely, but just on the field, they didn't miss matches that bad. They just took advantage of our weak, piss poor linebackers, and then took advantage of our weak, piss poor pass rush and just abused it. You can't give Matthew Stafford too much time in the pocket, and we gave him too much time every time. You can't play prevent defense when you're not getting pass rush, or else it doesn't work. You're giving them too much time to work. So I mean, it is what it is. But I believe next year will be significantly better for us, and we will hopefully win a playoff game. I hope we will. I think it's very plausible, very possible. The skill gap in the NFL has honestly shrinking like a lot over the past few years. Like there's some teams that shouldn't be really competitive, that like any team can win on any given Sunday. That's been a thing. But now it feels like there's not really as many crazy, insane upsets. Like you're not really expecting every team to be a big underdog against certain teams. Like any team can lose. We've seen it time and time again. Like when you see the Eagles going to a team, you're like, okay, yeah, the Eagles could easily lose that. It's not like a mismatch of doom. When you see the like Bills going to a stadium, you're like, okay, yeah, they could lose against the Browns. They could lose against the Raiders even. They can like have a bad game and still lose these games against really bad teams that don't deserve to win. Like the Bucks, they lost to Quinn. You wouldn't expect the Bucks to lose to Quinn Ewers and the Dolphins in a pivotal moment where they are fighting for playoff contention, but they did. They lost to fucking Quinn Ewers of all people. But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Now on UFC news, the White House card was announced Saturday, and people are really disappointed about it. And I'm kind of disappointed too. I don't know how you have the White House card and you don't get John Jones versus Alex Pereira on. You put Cyril Gane and Alex Pereira because you don't want to pay John Jones money. You don't want to give him money, but you give a guy named Conor Ben or whatever, the boxer, you give him 15 M's. Absolutely ridiculous. $15 million for a boxer. Most people don't know, but you won't give the greatest MMA fighter of all time 30 M's for one singular fight at the White House, where you're going to lose money. You're not making money on that card. You're not making nothing on the card. It's going to cost too much to set up. It's going to cost too much to promote. It's going to cost all this. So you're not making money on the card no matter what you do. But you just got paid billions of dollars from Paramount to put these events on, and you can't pay your best fighter in the fucking organization. And instead you got to get Cyril Gane to be a co-main event on a White House card. The only reason it's not bad is because they got Ilya and Gaethje, and even then people don't even think Gaethje has a chance, which I think is a little ridiculous. I think Gaethje can easily win that because Gaethje's just batshit crazy. Even though Ilya has been on a roll, I just don't know if I wouldn't count Gaethje out yet. But that card's weak. They have Bo Nickel facing some no name, I think. I'm not sure who he's facing. I'm not gonna disrespect. I don't know who he's facing. They got Sean O'Malley on the card, which isn't horrible, but I mean, you could have picked better matchups. Like, why not Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, or Sean O'Malley, anyone else in that division? Why not Bo Nickel and anyone else? Why not Colby Covington even though like he hasn't won in forever and he kind of isn't great anymore? It's still entertainment. It's better than having a no-name fight Bo Nickel, and Bo Nickel shouldn't even be on the card to begin with. But if you're gonna have him on, have him fight someone that's entertaining or someone that people know. I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. But Conor McGregor's talking with the UFC today to figure out when he's going to return fighting. They're going to discuss his potential summer return today. Apparently Conor got offered a Carlos Pratas fight, and then he accepted, and so did Carlos, but then the UFC was like, no, fuck that, we're not putting you against this guy, and denied him the fight. So they're just, I don't know who they're planning him to have against. Maybe Nate Diaz, maybe an easy fight he can win, because he can easily beat Nate Diaz. He can beat a few people in this division. I mean, it depends who they want. I don't know what they're planning with Conor, because Conor is just interesting, and he pulled out last time they had a fight for him, so I'm not really sure what they're going for. But I mean, we'll see what they do. Maybe, I mean, he might never fight again if they're going to offer him a bullshit number to come fight, because he's worth too much money to even care to fight for a little bit of money. But who knows what they got planned. I mean, the UFC, they could be stingy with some people, then be okay with giving Conor McGregor, they better be okay with giving Conor McGregor whatever the fuck he wants. He's the biggest, he's going to sell no matter what. Even, I guess they're not pay-per-view anymore, but he's going to put on the biggest event for Paramount. They're going to have the most eyes on the event no matter what, because everyone knows Conor. Casuals know Conor, diehards know Conor, everyone that doesn't even watch MMA knows Conor. Like, Conor is just bigger than the sport of MMA now. He's bigger than the UFC. He's bigger than all this. He doesn't need the UFC. He doesn't need their money. He doesn't need nothing. So they need to get him. They need him. He doesn't need them, because he can go fuck off and be on a Lambo yacht in the middle of fuck who knows where, and it wouldn't matter to him. But UFC, they are in the dump right. I mean, they've kind of put on bad events back to back to back. I mean, the Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira fight was just not what it was meant to be. It was just hugging for 23 out of the 25 minutes. It was genuinely almost the entire fight they were on the ground. It was 23 plus minutes or 22 and a half plus minutes of just straight grappling, which is fine. But when it's for the BMF title, you don't expect grappling. You expect strikes. You expect fighting, like throwing haymakers, kicking the shit out of each other. You're not expecting grappling for 20 something plus minutes. I understand it's MMA, it's a part of the sport, but still, you don't have to act like it's way more entertaining to watch that than them throw haymakers and actually fight. Especially when Charles Oliveira was like, yeah, okay, I'll strike with him. I'll point down to the octagon last 10 seconds. In reality, he waited till the last 4 seconds, pointed down, threw 2 strikes, and then it was like, okay, it's fine. Because he knew if he actually stood there and tried to fight Max Holloway boxing or kickboxing any way like that, he would be at a significant I don't know if disadvantage, but it wouldn't be nearly as easy as whoever the hell that was, because he was just ragdolling Max Holloway. It looks like it was seriously, he would grab him and body slam him like he was a child. It was honestly some of the craziest domination I've fucking seen. mean, that was ridiculous how easy it was to get Max Holloway on the ground. Genuinely looked like a kid, like one of his sons he was like play wrestling with. He would grab him and then within 3 seconds body slam him. There's only like 1 or 2 rounds where he kind of fought for a little bit and he still got body slammed every single time. It looked like there's nothing he could do to stop it, no matter how hard he tried or how much he trained. It looked like there was absolutely nothing. But I mean, imagine Max Holloway fighting Khabib in their fight if he actually didn't pull out because of a concussion or dehydrating, weight cut, whatever it was. If he doesn't pull out there and he fights Khabib when he's significantly smaller than at 155, that would have been a very interesting fight to watch. I think he might have died because Khabib would genuinely take him down easier than Charles Oliveira took him down, and that looked. And Max always bigger now than he was then, so he was even smaller then, and he would have been picked up by a better wrestler, a significantly better wrestler. So I don't even know how that possibly could have gone. These zombies are fucking around too much. Get the fuck off me. The White House wasn't even finalized until this week. It wasn't finalized until like Friday or Saturday. They didn't even get it fully finalized. They didn't even start asking people until 10 days out of finalizing the card. Is that not insane? The biggest card that you're ever going to put on in UFC history, you're not going to finalize it in more time prepared, like a week or 2, 3 weeks in advance. You're gonna wait till the last 10 days to even ask if people were healthy. You waited till the last 10 days to ask if Sean O'Malley was healthy to fight on the White House card when you're bigging it up to be the greatest card in history, and this is what you're doing. You couldn't get the best fighter or the fight everyone wants to see on. You couldn't get John Jones and Alex Perry, which everyone wants to see, even though people were like, oh, John ducked out or John ducked Tom. People don't care. They would still rather see John and Alex fight, because then if Alex wins, he's a 3-time or 3 division champion, and then if John wins, he just beats another great guy. So it might help signify the GOAT discussion, even though he popped for PD or whatever, who gives a fuck. But if Alex wins, he might become the new GOAT, quote unquote, because he's won 3 division titles. No one else has done that. And even though he lost twice, I think he's lost twice. He lost to Izzy from the knockout, and he lost to Magomed because he was hugging him the entire time. But even then, he's still probably the GOAT, because 3 division titles in what, 4 years, 5 years, the first person to ever do that. And especially in that short amount of time, being as old as he is, he didn't even get into like MMA till he's like 30 plus. He's 35 now, 36 now, maybe. He could be older. I'm not even sure. He might be older than 30. I don't know how old he is, but he's like, I'm pretty sure he's 35 plus. So in that short amount of time, at that old, he's going to come up in the UFC after being a great kickboxer and just dominate the entire sport, and then go retire like nothing happened. Alex and Tom Aspinall might be an interesting one, depending on how Alex can defend Tom Aspinall, because Tom Aspinall is a big guy. I think I'm pretty sure he's bigger than Alex by a decent amount. I mean, who knows how that'd go. Owie. Oh my god, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Fucking him. Like, Malik Willis just signed 3 years, $67 million with the Dolphins to be their new starting quarterback, which I'm not sure if that's a great contract. That's like a Brock Osweiler type contract, but a little bit better, because I'm pretty sure they paid Brock $100+ million to be the quarterback. But I mean, that is $67 million. That's $67 million to be a quarterback after 5-ish games really played. I think in total from the year before that to this upcoming, or this last year. I mean, he only played 2 or 3 games this last year, and I think the year before that he played like 2 or 3 maybe, and he played good in them. But I mean, $67 million off like 6 or 7 games. I mean, I don't know. That seems a little desperate. I mean, you're releasing Tua. Tua's gonna go where the fuck I think he's gonna go to the Falcons, they're saying, which is interesting. To 2 left-handed quarterbacks in the same, which is probably better for Penix's development to learn from Tua. Even though Tua is not like the greatest quarterback, he still played at a high level. He knows how to transfer the skill from college to NFL, so he can teach Penix some things and give him tips and all that. But I mean, Tua and Penix as your 2 quarterbacks going into the year, I don't know. It's probably better than having Malik Willis as your number 1. I'd say that. Even though he played great, I wouldn't trust it. I mean, maybe a 1-year prove-it deal, but you're giving him $67 million as like just to hope he's good. You're just hoping he doesn't suck ass. You're hoping he doesn't fold, and it was just because teams didn't have film on him and all this. I mean, maybe he'll prove everyone wrong and he's really gonna be great, but it's a big gamble, especially with your team's not really in contention anyway. You let go, you don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. You have Jalen Waddle, Davon Achane. I mean, the team's decent, but you're not going for a Super Bowl. So I mean, why not tank this year? Which maybe they're planning on tanking, but $67 million is a lot to tank. That's an expensive tank job. I don't think they're trying to tank. I don't know what they're planning. All I know is that Kenneth Walker is a Chief now, which probably turned him from the most loved quarterback or most loved running back to one of the most hated running backs within the 24 hours, because people are not going to be liking him at all on the Chiefs. The Seahawks, is easy to like them because they were not really favorited to win the Super Bowl this year. They're kind of underdogs. No one expected Sam Darnold to win the Super Bowl. They finally go to the Super Bowl. Kenneth Walker has a big game, and then he goes from that to going to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, which which everyone hates because they win so much. It's like Tom Brady. They just win too much. And now everyone's going to hate him. Some shit happens. I don't know. I don't know how much he got paid. I didn't look at I don't know if the contract came out for that yet, but I don't know if I would have done that. Probably. I think he's probably ring chasing at this point, hoping to win one more Super Bowl or maybe 2 more. Who knows? Maybe Patrick Mahomes goes on another run and wins back-to-back or wins 3 in a row. Who knows? But the Chiefs honestly aren't that great of a destination to go to because right now they weren't looking great. They were looking bad last year with Patrick Mahomes playing, and then he tore his ACL on top of that, which is, I don't know if I'd want to go to a team with a fucking 30-something-year-old tight end that's on the way out, a quarterback who is now, I think, 30, but just came off an ACL tear after not playing good the year before that, and then playing with Rashee Rice, who even knows what's happening with him, Xavier Worthy, I think, who hasn't really proven to be a great receiver yet, and all the, I don't know, these facts, I would have gone anywhere else that needed a running back, but it might have been money. I don't know how much he got paid, but it could have been a money thing. I haven't looked at the contract yet. Ilya Taporia was, okay, so they asked Ilya about fighting Islam, and then Islam has a broken hand, so he can't fight the White House card. And again, they weren't even contacted until last week, until like midweek last week, like Wednesday last week, they weren't even contacted for the White House card until then. So I'm assuming they tried to get Jones, which is proven. Ariel said they're to try to get Jones, but they couldn't agree on a number to bring him in. So they just went for plan B and went for Ilya Islam. That didn't work because Islam has a broken hand. He's not going to fight at the White House. So they had to go from that to Gaethje. And then now you have like a subpar card that you've been glazing for 9 months, for almost a year, saying it's going to be the greatest card to ever go on into the UFC. It's going to be the first thing for this, blah, 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 blah. And now it's just like an okay card. It's only 5 or 6 fights long. I don't know. It's a little disappointing. But who knows? Maybe it'll come back. Maybe summer will be back. Maybe the card will be great and it'll be entertaining. It'll be fun. And then Conor McGregor comes back. His fight might be great. Might be fun. Maybe he shocks everyone and shows he's not that washed, even though he's becoming insanely washed. He hasn't fought in 5 years now. Oh, there's a bear, I think. Yep. I mean, they haven't let him bite since he broke his fucking leg. That's the last time he was in the octagon, when he broke his leg. And that's 2021. I'm pretty sure that's Biden administration. I mean, I don't know what he hasn't fought since Biden was in office. At the beginning of Biden's term too. Like, he hasn't fought since then. And he's expected to come back now and fight anyone of any type of contender. Like, Carlos Prates would kill him. He can't fight that guy. He has to fight like a Nate Diaz type, or like I would do Nate Diaz, honestly. Nate Diaz is probably his best bet. Even though he'd beat Nate Diaz bad, probably it'd probably be embarrassing with Nate Diaz. I mean, it's his bet. What else is he gonna do? He cannot fight a contender. I'd say Michael Chandler is like his absolute limit, because Michael Chandler is just such a wild fighter. He would get knocked out by Conor just because he's just not a smart fighter, and Conor's a counter puncher. He's gonna stay his distance. He's gonna break you down, pick you apart. But someone like Carlos Prates is just bigger than him in every way, way bigger than Conor. Conor's too short for welterweight. He's going up to welterweight. He's too short for it. He has to fight someone that's kind of his own size. Carlos Prates is big. He's a big guy. I mean, that's just not a great fight. So I don't know what they're planning. Ariel said Nate Diaz is a potential fight to look for, which would make sense. But I don't know if people really want to see wash Nate Diaz versus wash Conor. I don't know. But who knows? I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the next few months? Anything's up for grabs. Conor may never fight again. He might come back and knock out Nate Diaz in 1 round. Who knows? Yeah, it was Jalen Phillips for the Panthers. Oh yeah, Travis Etienne also signed with the Saints, so that makes the division a little harder. But instead of, so they're gonna have Travis Etienne and Alvin Kamara on the same team. I'm assuming they're gonna use Alvin Kamara as more of the receiving, whatever, and then Travis Etienne more running. But I think Travis Etienne is also a great receiving back, so I'm not really sure what they're planning on. I don't know if they're planning on cutting Kamara, if they're planning on still keeping him but using him as a second. I mean, who knows what they got going on. I wonder what the Browns are doing. I think the Browns, they still have a quarterback limbo. They have Deshaun Watson still there. They have Dylan Gabriel there. They have Shador Sanders still there. They were looking at Ty Simpson, I think, or they're looking at some quarterback in the draft, I'm pretty sure. So who even knows what they got going on for a quarterback? And then their whole team around the quarterback just isn't great. So I'm not even sure what the hell they got going on with all these quarterbacks, especially with Deshaun Watson getting paid as much as he got paid. They got scammed. Deshaun's agent honestly deserves anything he wants. Deshaun should give him whatever, because he robbed the Cleveland Browns, completely robbed them. He has played a total of like maybe a full season worth of games in all these years he's been on the team. He's on the team for like 4 years now, 5 years now. He's maybe played 17. I don't even think he's played 17 games. I think he's played less. So, I mean, it's actually ridiculous how he has scammed based off the years he had with Houston. He took a year off and scammed based off those years, because people were like, oh yeah, he's still Deshaun Watson. Even though he hasn't played, he's still Deshaun Watson. He's going to be great. And he came back looking worse than anyone I've ever seen. It's worse than any fighter coming back after multiple years off. It's worse than any basketball player I've seen coming back after a big injury, like Klay Thompson. I'm pretty sure he didn't play for damn near 2 years. He came back looking better than whatever the fuck Deshaun Watson's came back. Klay kind of got back to his old form. It's small amount, not fully. He wasn't nearly as good as he used to be, but he was a serviceable player. He was still good and doing what he needed to do. Deshaun has just not done anything close to that. He's thrown like 7 touchdowns and 4 picks for the past 3 years, 4 years. Maybe playing 3 to 4 games a season. I don't know, if he's played a full 17 game season yet combined, like without every year. I know he hasn't played a full season at all, but I don't know if he's even played close to it. So I mean, he just scammed the shit. I don't know how he did it, honestly. This is better than Damascus. It should be unlockable in the game. I don't know why it's not, but okay. I'm getting hit by the stupid fucking raptors again. I don't like. Okay, then a bear. Okay. What? Yo, how did he get behind me like that? Okay, well, I mean, you can obviously see what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. I'm just going to be playing zombies and, trying to get these camos done quicker so I can get on to the next grind, which is the campaign in-game grind. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep playing this for the next few hours. Hopefully I get a bunch done and I can update y'all next time. I guess that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.